This is Spain, known for its pulsating flamenco, mouth-watering tapas, and vibrant festivals. Spain is now witnessing the resurgence of a forgotten yet contentious chapter of its history, the revival of Islam. In the heart of modern Spanish society, the echoes of Al-Andalus are growing louder. The Muslim population is expanding, cultural influences are spreading, and Spain's identity is once again at a crossroads. Recent demographic shifts have ignited fiery debates about the impact of the growing Muslim presence, particularly in regions like Catalonia and Andalusia. These discussions focus on pressing questions about cultural integration, societal harmony, and political ramifications. Welcome to Living History. In 711 AD, the Umayyad Caliphate swept into the Iberian Peninsula, igniting the era of Al-Andalus. For 3 centuries, Spain wasn't just a country. It was a melting pot of Islamic, Jewish, and Christian brilliance, leading the world in knowledge and innovation. But this so-called golden era also laid the groundwork for centuries of conflict and tension. By the late 11th century, the Reconquista began. This fierce, unyielding Christian campaign aimed to reclaim Spain. And by 1492, Granada, the last Muslim stronghold, fell to Ferdinand and Isabella. The end of Muslim rule was marked by forced conversions and brutal expulsions, erasing a vibrant cultural legacy. This upheaval left deep scars, leading to centuries of religious and social conflict that have shaped Spain's identity. Today, Spain's Muslim population is growing steadily once again, echoing its historical past. Approximately 2.1 million Muslims reside in Spain, making up about 4.5% of the population, according to a 2020 report by the Union of Islamic Communities of Spain and the Andalusian Observatory. Regions such as Catalonia, Andalusia, and Madrid have seen significant increases in their Muslim communities. Catalonia, for example, hosts the largest Muslim population in Spain, with around 600,000 Muslims, primarily in cities like Barcelona. Andalusia, rich in historical ties to the Islamic Golden Age, is home to around 300,000 Muslims, with a significant presence in cities such as Seville and Granada. Madrid, the nation's capital, also boasts a substantial Muslim community, numbering around 280,000. But despite a dwindling presence, Islam's influence on Spanish society has found ways to endure. Majestic Islamic architecture, like the Alhambra in Granada and the Mezquita in Córdoba, still mesmerize visitors. Beyond architecture, Spain's art, language, and music carry traces of its Moorish past. Everyday life reveals this legacy, from intricate tile work to flamenco rhythms and countless Spanish words with Arabic roots. But the impact runs deeper, spilling over into society and politics. Islamic practices and celebrations have seen a revival, especially among the growing Muslim population. Festivals like Eid al-Fitr and Ramadan are celebrated with increasing visibility, reshaping the cultural landscape. Muslim entrepreneurs are making a notable impact on Spain's economy. The number of Muslim-owned businesses has surged from about 5,000 in 2001 to over 25,000 by 2023. But this resurgence brings its own set of challenges. The growing Muslim population is reshaping Spain's social and cultural landscape, but not without tension. Social integration issues and instances of Islamophobia are rising. Debates over the role of Islam in modern Spain highlight the struggle to reconcile this vibrant heritage with contemporary societal values. The political landscape is also impacted, with immigration and cultural integration becoming hot-button issues. Policies on multiculturalism and religious freedom are increasingly influenced by this historical backdrop, sparking heated debates and polarizing opinions. Social tensions and instances of Islamophobia are rising as segments of the population react negatively to the increasing Muslim presence. Misunderstandings and prejudices lead to discrimination and social unrest, undermining social harmony. Integration and assimilation pose significant hurdles, with many Muslim communities struggling to adapt due to cultural and linguistic barriers. This results in social isolation and limited opportunities for economic advancement. Housing, too, has become a battleground in this cultural clash. Discrimination in the rental market is common, with landlords often reluctant to rent to Muslim tenants. The increasing Muslim population has indirectly complicated housing affordability for non-Muslims. Many Muslim immigrants live in overcrowded and substandard conditions. A 2021 report found that nearly 25% of immigrant households in Spain live in overcrowded conditions, compared to just 3.9% of native households. This concentration of Muslim immigrants in specific neighborhoods drives up demand and rental prices, reducing the availability of affordable housing for others. But if you thought this was just an immigrant issue, you'd be wrong. It's affecting long-time residents too. As more Muslim families settle in particular regions, landlords capitalize on increased demand by raising rents, making it harder for long-time residents to stay in their homes or find affordable alternatives. This dynamic pushes native Spanish residents out of their neighborhoods, contributing to the sense of displacement and economic strain. And it's not just housing where these tensions play out. But before I get to that, if you are enjoying this video, it would really help me reach a larger audience if you hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you. But now, let's talk about crime rates. Crime rates in areas with high immigrant populations have fluctuated, fueling public discourse that often, though not always, unfairly associates immigrants with crime. Unsurprisingly, this of course fuels Islamophobia. In 2020, Spain reported an 11% increase in hate crimes, with a significant portion targeting Muslims. This rising tide of Islamophobia not only deepens social divisions, but also hampers efforts towards integration, creating a vicious cycle of fear and alienation. Concerns about crimes committed by immigrants further complicate the situation. As of 2023, immigrants made up about 14.2% of Spain's population, with Moroccans being the largest group among non-EU immigrants. The arrival of these new residents has strained public services and housing availability, sparking tensions in many communities. But this demographic shift isn't just about numbers. It's reshaping Spain's political and social landscape. The growing immigrant population has fueled political polarization and the rise of nationalist sentiments. Political groups, particularly on the far right, exploit fears of cultural change to gain support, ramping up anti-immigrant and nationalist rhetoric. This polarization threatens social stability and undermines efforts to build an inclusive society, a struggle Spain has faced before. Spain's history under Muslim rule offers a striking parallel. During the period of Al-Andalus, Spain experienced significant demographic and cultural shifts. Muslims, Christians, and Jews coexisted, marked by both collaboration and tension. Today's demographic changes echo these historical dynamics, triggering fears and anxieties reminiscent of past conflicts. Political debates around the Islamification of Spain highlight these historical echoes, with varying approaches to integration and multiculturalism. Enter Vox, a far-right party capitalizing on these fears. Far-right parties like Vox have gained traction by promoting anti-immigration rhetoric and a strong shift towards Spanish nationalism. They capitalize on fears of cultural homogeneity being threatened by rapid demographic challenges and globalization. This sentiment reflects a broader European trend where economic uncertainties and social tensions lead to a re-evaluation of national identity. Vox's narrative draws heavily on a romanticized history of the Reconquista, emphasizing the expulsion of Muslim influence. This historical framing underscores a perceived need to protect a pure Spanish identity against external influences. Such views resonate with many who feel their cultural heritage is under siege in an increasingly multicultural landscape. But there's another side to this debate. In contrast, liberal political factions advocate for policies that embrace multiculturalism and protect religious freedoms. They argue that diversity enriches society and drives progress, essential for a vibrant and progressive Spain. This ongoing debate underscores a critical aspect of Spain's political fabric, reflecting both the historical legacy of Islam and the complexities of a globalized world. As Islam returns to Spain, can the nation forge a path that honors its diverse heritage while fostering unity and progress? But Spain isn't the only European country facing a struggle for its future. To find out more about Italy's catastrophic immigration crisis, check out my next video, linked here.